Hi! So, today is going to be begonia care day. I have a lot of begonia that I want to either just like give a little makeover or completely chop up and separate and blah, 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 blah. I do have a couple that I'm not going to do anything to, but they're the ones that Vlad just gave me, and I'm just going to show you how they're settling in really quickly. I don't see any roots on the begonia lucerna yet, and we've got a little bit of some leaf crisping, but she was a little floppy when I first got her, and she's nice and up right now, so I'm not worried about her or anything. I think this is just kind of just gonna be what's happening while she is in the propagation process. Yeah, I don't see any roots yet, but I also like don't really want to take her out and mess with her too much, so there could be some roots in there that I just don't see yet. And then we have the two little babies who are doing very, very well. I've just left this bag a little bit open and just kind of slowly let the humidity lower since I've gotten them, and they're doing good. This little leaf is expanding. This is the Peleonia repens. It's the trailing watermelon begonia, and you guys didn't get to see it good last time, so it was out of focus, so hopefully you can see it better. And these are in like no drainage, amazing soil, they're chilling, so we're just gonna leave them for now. And then we have the listata, also doing really well. That little baby leaf is starting to get bigger. This one's so pretty. I love a fuzzy leaf. So those three, since they're new and they're still settling in and they're still small, I'm not gonna mess with them today. But I have a bunch of guys that I just wanna give. I either wanna repot or I wanna give this one some support. There's one that I want to completely chop up. It's just gonna be a little bit of a makeover. Are my shorts stupid? Do I look cute or do I look stupid? I was really excited to get them. I think like the little bloomer trend is so cute. Okay, this is the one that I'm most excited for, so this is one we're gonna get into first. I can tell, so I chopped the leaf and the stem into two different pieces, and I can tell they're both having new growth come out, but the stem is lower down and its new growth is just pushing up against the side of the cup. So I really want to just get this out and see how it's doing and put it in a new home. By the way, there are a bunch of Warhammer figures on the table because I've been painting them over the past couple of days. My boyfriend gave me permission to paint his army, so I'm just not gonna mess with them. That's just too fiddly. I just don't have time for that right now. I'm trying to film this before I go to work, by the way. We're gonna set up this one's new home. I think this is the taco night. It's literally gonna be a food container. I grow my begonia in no drainage, and that has not been a problem for me. I don't even do like a layer of like at the bottom or anything. I literally just do no drainage and it's fine. I like am one of those people that checks my plants like every day. So I have a good grasp on when they need water or not. So I'm not concerned about drainage being a problem, especially with begonia. For their soil, I just do my normal, that was on me. I should have seen that coming. Excuse me, custodies. I do my normal chunky soil, and then I also mix in some extra peat moss, which is just a little more moisture retaining. I say extra peat moss, but they don't get any, I don't put any peat moss in my normal mix, so I add peat moss. I'm mixing this in a little food container because it seemed like the easiest thing, but I fear I should have gotten a bigger one. That's fine. Okay, let's get these guys out. Also, look at all of these little baby leaves that's popping out all at once. Overachiever. Ooh, okay, so yeah, you can see it trying to grow into the side of the pot. So we need to get that separated. Begonia have really, really fine roots. So they're very easy to fuck up. Oh, you lost a leaf. Sorry, buddy. Oh my gosh, I think it all might be one piece. So I'm a total liar. I just lied to you guys. I thought this was 2 different pieces. Okay, so it's just growing crazy style. It's all one solid rhizome. Wow, this is like huge. Okay, I think I'm gonna plant it at an angle like this and the leaves will just adjust. Plant it like that. This is just a little to-go food container. I literally finished the pho that was in here last night. Okay, so that other chunk is a little bit buried, but it's in its new home. It's gonna go grow big and beautiful for me. And then the other little guy that I really wanted to get into is this one. I can never remember the name for it. I always want to say it's neogenesis, but that's like not even close. One of them, there's 2 leaves in here. They were both rooted, but one of them has a bunch of little baby leaves coming out and the other one doesn't. So we're gonna pull them out and see what they're up to. Okay, so this one does have a root system. I can see the ittiest bittiest bit of like rhizome and new growth on it. I'm gonna pot him up by himself back in that cup. This other one, first of all, look at that beautiful pink color. So cute. This other one I'm gonna put in its own cup. And this is just like a cup. It's just like a nice little green cup. I'm about to list a bunch of plants on Facebook Marketplace. I just kind of realized that I have a bunch that I like are either repeats or like propagations of things that I have a bigger version of that I like a lot. Like I like my bigger version a lot. And I just don't really need all these little ones taking up all this space. Which we're gonna get into that in a little bit. I think that should be okay. It's kind of at a bit of an angle, but I think it'll be fine. I'm hoping once he gets bigger, I might put him in a terracotta-esque looking pot. I think like this shade of green up against that like orangey, reddy, rusty, any kind of really warm color. I'm like, ooh, that's stunning. Oh yeah, I forgot about you. I'm gonna pot him up closer to the surface. I'm just reusing his old soil. I'm gonna put him up closer to the surface so once he does get some new growth, it is easier for it to get some light, like fully break through the surface and get some sunlight. And he looks sad, but that's okay. This leaf is temporary until it starts doing its own thing. This one, I can't even remember what was in here, but the leaf rotted, and I don't know if whatever else was in here is alive. Like the leaf rotted, but I don't know if the actual like plant is dead. Does that make sense? I'm looking for like anything. Oh, I see a stem. It's dried up. Yep. Double checking. That one, I fear a goner. Unfortunate. And then we're gonna do my pink polka dot. This one isn't getting an upgrade or anything. Actually, should it? I can see some roots. I just don't have a good container for her, I don't think. Let me go find something. Okay, I have this cup. It's the cup that my papillamum was sent to me. I literally just washed it out. It's still wet and everything, but might as well give her a bit of a pot up while we're here. And then the big thing for her is going to be, I'm gonna give her some support, and by support I mean she's getting some chopsticks, but that'll work until I get some sort of trellis situation. I'm just having a hard time like finding trellises that I like that aren't like $20 for a set of 2. If that's a normal price, then I'll deal with it, but I'm trying to hunt for something a little bit better. At least something high quality that's that price. If I'm buying it off of Amazon and I don't know the quality, I don't want to pay $20 for it, you know? Okay, we'll take these 2 out. Yeah. I kind of want to see if I can, yeah. Actually, hold on. Getting ye old chopsticks to stick in as support. And then I'm gonna Velcro them on. I don't even have clips. I really need to focus a bit more on having things for my plants as opposed to buying more plants. I need to redirect my spending. But this is better than nothing. So that's what it's getting for now. Sorry, queens. Is it a little bit ugly? Yes. Does it get the job done? Yes. Okay. The leaves are gonna look a little crazy. But she will readjust herself accordingly. I'm battling like 3 things right now in terms of filming. I'm trying to film before I go to work. I'm trying to finish filming before I run out of storage. And I'm trying to film before my roommates wake up and come out here. Okay. She looks a little crazy, but I have faith that she will adjust. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize Bear was out here. Hi, Bear. I thought you were with your dad. But she's got to size up. She's got some support. I hope that she will be happy. This next one, we'll see what I do with it. He's very thirsty. Today is watering day, and he is a diva. So this is my begonia escargot, and he's growing kind of crazy, and part of me wants to chop him up and get rid of some of him. The other part of me just wants to repot him and keep him growing big and beautiful. I think for now we're just gonna repot him. for now. Okay. This is so dramatic. You are such a diva. I do think it'll appreciate this size up quite a bit though. If I had something that didn't have drainage, I would put it in that, but I don't have anything big enough that doesn't have drainage. At the moment, at least. That is a size up for the escargot. All right, time for the big boy. This is my begonia ferox. That's not the one that we're gonna be working on, but this is my other begonia ferox. And I just don't have a good spot for him to live and flourish as the other ferox has. I just don't have a good spot, and this one, the big one's doing so well that I just don't really feel the need to hang on to this one right now. So I think what I'm gonna do, is take this guy out and get him into smaller pieces and probably just sell him or something. I would say wait until my next plant trade, but I don't know when the next plant trade is gonna be, so. But I want to use that pot for like something else, and I feel like this guy will be happier if he goes to someone else's home. So we're gonna just cut him up a little bit. I just think, you know what, I don't have to make excuses. It's fine. I just don't want two of this plant. I don't need two of this plant. It is one of my favorite plants in my collection, but I just don't need two of them. This soil is crazy though. I'm like, what did I plant this guy in? It's so fluffy. This is taking me forever, sorry. Also though, I do have my begonia ferox living in ambient humidity. Who is yelling? They're living in ambient humidity, so I'm sure if like someone has a terrarium and wants this, it would probably love that. I think mine they've acclimated very well to ambient humidity, and I think that they're fine like that, but I think that they would flourish in a cabinet or in a terrarium or something like that. Honestly, I might be able to just keep this whole thing together. I thought I was gonna have to chop it up, but now that I have the roots whittled down, I might be able to keep it all together. It's not as big as I thought it would be. Its roots do look really, really happy, which make me happy. I was worried I was doing these guys dirty with how I took care of them, but they seem to be okay. Will it fit in here? Kinda. I'm gonna reuse its old dirt. It seemed to really like it. That's crazy that it was in that big old pot and it could actually fit in here. That's kind of crazy. Why does this look so much nicer? What the heck? It looks so much nicer in a small pot. What? Suddenly I want to keep it again. Doesn't that look so much nicer? That's crazy. Huh? Okay. I'm gonna put that there for now. And now I kind of want to put the big one in there. Would that be insane? Actually, I do need to look at the big one. Because this pot has like a lip on it. And the rhizome is like growing up into the lip. It's hard to explain, and I don't think I could show you very well. I think I could get this one to fit in there. TBH. Dead flower. Dead flower. Trying to do this without damaging the new growth. Come on out. Beastie. Yeah. Big ol' pot. I think I could get this to fit in there. Just 3 growth points. That's crazy. Oh yeah, this for sure will fit. For sure. That's kind of crazy. The other one had a much better root system. That's crazy. I'll hang on to both for now. I'm almost wondering if I could pot them all together. Would that be crazy? I'll put this one by itself for now. Look, it has 3, it's growing in 3 different directions. I have a growth point here, a growth point here, and then a growth point here. That's crazy, girly. And it kind of fits like beautifully. And I know begonias have very shallow root systems, so I'm not super concerned about it going in a smaller pot. Like, it's not gonna hit the bottom for anytime soon, if at all. Hi, little centipede. Okay. And that's what's gonna happen. No, you wanna go in there. You wanna go in there. Go on. I didn't expect to do that, but that's done. I guess I could maybe pot them up together. I'll hang on to the little one for now. But that's it. All of my begonia have had their little makeovers done. And my new nails are completely caked in dirt. Just the way I like them. Now that that's all done, I guess I'll get ready to go to work. Thank you guys for hanging out with me while I did that. If you want to follow me anywhere else, I'm Pretty Pluto Kitty on everything, and my planty Instagram is Pretty Planty Kitty. But this video might have been a little boring, and I know we keep doing chores, but that's what I've really enjoyed doing with my plants lately, is taking care of them. I was feeling a little burnt out there for a while, but I think it was actually just like I didn't have enough chores to do for them, and I was just like, I don't want to do anything because there's not enough to do. Very weird and confusing, I know. But I appreciate you guys watching all of the chore videos. I know some people love them. I know some people don't. I love them. That's my favorite type of video to watch. It's one of my favorite type of videos to film. But the next one will probably not be a chore video. We'll see. Maybe I'll do another how my plants are doing, or the plants that I'm loving right now, or I can do a roundup of the plants that I've gotten recently. I haven't gotten a whole lot. Like, I haven't gotten enough in a month to make it make sense for me to film like another monthly haul, at least recently. So I could do like a conglomerative haul video of just plants that I've bought within the last month or two and how they're doing. Let me know your thoughts on that, what you would prefer to see. I always appreciate your input, and I always do read every comment and take everything in, and like actually like I try to do right by y'all. So yeah. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for hanging out with me again. I will see you next time. Bye.